Let's play! Whoa!
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You all may call me Pharaoh, and welcome back to Let's Play Professor Layton and the Miracle Mask. Last time we left off, we finally arrived at the Reunion Inn, where we're hoping for some type of reunion at this inn. Apparently, this is kind of like the base of operations for Henry. This is where like Monte kind of expanded from, and it almost makes it seem like Henry really never gave up trying to find Randall after all these 18 years, and he has all his notes and just trying his best, apparently. So we're still investigating because apparently the masked gentleman is somewhere in this hotel. So we checked out the desk, the office, a couple of the suites. Now let's head over to the Emerald Suite. It's these two idiots. So what's the next scam, Connor? Who are we gonna fleece next? You know, you're almost as brainless as you are ugly. Has all of that hair product frozen your brain? What do you mean? This hair's my brain. I set everything up perfectly, but you always seem to find a way to mess things up. You know what? I've had enough of your lip. How'd you like a knuckle sandwich, huh? With extra sandwich. There's no need for fighting, gentlemen. Hey, how'd you get in here? Layton, what a pleasant intrusion. Might I ask what you're doing here? In my hotel room? You better get out of here right now, Bob. Unless you want a sandwich with extra... Wait, how'd that go again? Yes, you're interrupting our confidential exit strategy session, Layton. Do you mind? My apologies, gentlemen. Please don't mind me. Yeah, we're just gonna leave these two idiots alone. Well, we got 3 hint coins here we can look for, including one in the light fixture up here. A lot of times it might be in the same locations as the other suites, kinda. Or not, or like similar. I think before it was like over here, but now it's over here. We have a potted plant here on the table. And then on the right-hand window up here. There we are. Now we can talk to them for a puzzle. Since you keep getting up on our faces, it must mean you want to duke it out. Perhaps some other time. Right now, I need your permission to search this room. Oh, my, aren't we presumptuous? Of course, Layton. Please rifle through my room as soon as you solve this puzzle. Alright, here we go. Another 1 out of 4 chances of getting this right. Water, wood, fire. The cards in this tournament beat each other as follows. Fire beats wood, wood beats water, water beats fire. 4 players each draw 4 cards, which they have to play in order to going from top to bottom. Let me reread that again. So 4 players each draw 4 cards, which they have to play in order. Okay, go from top to bottom. Both players in a match play 1 card. Whoever wins moves on to the final. But if it's a draw, the next cards are played. Used cards are discarded. At the end of the tournament, one player announces, "I'd have won if I had been allowed to swap wood for water or water for wood." Who said this? Well, I'm just making sure that everybody actually has some type of like 3 elements there, but I believe that, well, B doesn't. And C doesn't have fire. Well, I think off the bat we can already state that it's not B, simply because they don't have wood to swap. Now, you know what? I'm a little iffy. I don't know if they necessarily mean, like, from the playing order swapping. I would wonder if I've been allowed to swap wood for water and water for wood. The thing is, she doesn't even have any wood to swap. I think I still feel confident it's not B. Now, the thing is here, I was about to say, like, well, how do I know who's playing who? But honestly, A is going against B. Whoever wins that is going against, C and D. So, because I'm already stating that B is not the sore loser, I think we can safely just pit A and B together without any issues. And we have... Okay, water and water. It's a draw. Can't do anything. Here. Can't do anything there. Then it's wood against fire. That's not going to win. So B wins that one. Same thing here. Same thing here. So in that sense, B is the leader or wins that bracket. Now against C and D, I guess they would still use the same things. Like B is still going to be utilizing water, fire, I'm assuming. So, if we do this... Wait, land beats water? Yeah, water beats, wood beats water. So, there's that. But then D wins that round. Kind of a stalemate here. They both win 2 rounds each. Huh. Well... I think this is where it's stemming from now, so... Now, the funny thing is C does have only water and wood, right? So... Well, if we flip that... Say she has water and water, that's not going to do anything. That's not going to do anything, it's both water. If she has wood there, same, nothing there. Now, she would have won if she... No. No, now she has water here. So, there's that. But now the problem is that if she has wood here, now we're still kind of at a weird stalemate here. Whoever wins the final, whoever moves on to the final, but if it's a draw, next cards are played. This is used cards are discarded. Now, what I'm... Like, we don't go back to the cards. I mean, they may still have, like, duplicates, per se. Like, D has 2 fires, things like that. We're not going to get rid of all fires if she messes up the 3rd round. I'd have won if I'd been allowed to swap wood for water and water for wood. I still feel like it's... I mean, it has to be either C or D. I'm just kind of curious, who the hell does B face now? I feel like maybe we should kind of consider that. Like, if we pit B against C, they win the first round. Or C wins the first round. Water beats fire. Doesn't look like C would dominate B? Because if I put B and D together, B would dominate that one. Let me do this again. Something seems weird. Wood beats water. But then wood beats water. And then fire beats wood. Am I missing something here? Like, it's a huge ass stalemate. I just realized it's not a matter of best out of whatever, right? Like, it's whoever... Well, no, it is. You got 4 chances. Whoever wins is going to be the best. It shouldn't be this hard. I really want to keep moving forward here. Now, once again, if I swap this, that's a draw. If I swap it again, that's a draw. And if we use water instead of wood, then C wins that round. I'm confused. Like, right now, I'm just leaning towards C, simply because they have wood and water only. I know that's not logical, but I need to keep going here. It has to be between C and D, but... Yeah.
Just a dash of puzzle solving here.
Okay, it indeed was C.
A fine puzzle for a gentleman.
Boy, do I need to really know why it is, though. If C was lamenting her bad luck, if she wouldn't have had a few more draws, she would have won. Man, I really hope they were... I really was kind of hoping they would kind of flesh that out, because... whatever. Hey, new toy robot stage. Well, wow, you actually solved it. Yes, indeed. Now, if you don't mind. Way to go, Connor. I thought your plans were oh so perfect. Stick a socket in Frankie. A dirty one. Go ahead, Layton. There's nothing of value left in here anyway. We will be as quick as possible. Could this be the fine place surrounded by green and pleasing to the eye? I mean, it's very green. It's an emerald. Wait. There's another hint coin here? Did I miss one? We'll double check that, but really quick, we have a new toy robot stage. I believe it was called Floating Castle. If you look up at the sky after a storm clears, you might just catch a glimpse. Oh boy, this one seems like it's gonna suck. Trying to think here. Well, I would have been able to go straight down and that damn block wasn't there. I'm not sure. Ugh. I don't see how we could possibly get from the left-hand side, so I'm thinking it has to be from the right-hand side. I wish I can use a memo here, because like the idea is like three to the right from that red switch, and then 3 on top will be perfect if I can kind of get there, but I don't know if it's feasible. Get rid of the big guy there. See, if I didn't break that, I would have won, but I can't really do anything there. Now here's where I think I'm gonna be stuck. Yeah, I'm always going to be just one shy of where I want to be. I still feel like I kind of had it. But now, I'm kind of curious about them having the the mouse up there to the top, to the left, I should say. Because the thing is, like, sometimes if you're like one off, you kind of want to stagger a move, if possible, from like a wall to then kind of get in the right position that you're looking for. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. If I do go up, I might just be safe. Yeah, because now he's gonna... Okay. Because I was worried, because I couldn't remember. I'm like, okay, as soon as he hits a wall, does he turn back right away? Not yet. Now, here's the thing. Now I can go down without having to worry about going all the way down and hitting the thing there. Although, does that... Does that matter? I mean, even if I went down and grabbed it, it's like the same thing. Unless... Hold on. Because there is a whole nother row there. I can utilize this wind-up key differently. I can go right here. And the thing is, if I go... Well, it's not going to really matter. Let's go up. Because now we have that block there to the right. If I just fit snugly there, I'll be able to walk directly to the left of the, from it, and hit the switch. And there we are. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Oh! And it just gives us the final stage right there. Okay, the Eastern Palace. Well, might as well finish this off then. Use the power of the golden keys to defeat the enemy. Is that a big-ass dog? Oh, wow. So we gotta destroy them. I feel like I'm always going to be just a little bit off. Damn it! Wait! If I get it now, won't it be in the spot? I don't know. Let's check. Okay. What do I do now? Do I just step on it? I defeated him. I don't... What do I do? Wait. How many times I gotta do this? Damn it! Did I not hit it right? That's unfortunate. Wasn't expecting this to be a damn boss battle of any kind. See, now I'm like thinking, do I just keep going like left and right or something from here? But like, I don't think it's going to. If I go up again, I'll definitely hit it. So I guess it's one of those things where it's like we just gotta do it at least 2 times, maybe even 3, depending on how the hell this works. I always go kind of by the rules of 3 here, so I need to get out of the way here. The fact that they give me these, like, conveyor belts as well is making me, like, It's gonna go right. I kind of want to position myself where I'm, like, right next to the key as I did all the other times. Case in point, if I go down again... Oh. Oh, I'm done. Okay, just 2 times. What the hell? Brave the hidden maze in its challenging extra stages? Do I need to do that? Oh wait, maybe not. Congratulations, you've mastered all the main stages available for your toy robot. The toy maker's house has been added to Layton's challenges. Well, what hidden things are they talking about? I don't see them here. Is it in Layton's challenges? Oh, I think is that like a staircase leading down right there in the middle? Yeah. Hidden maze, a dark underground labyrinth shrouded in mystery. Enter if you dare. Can I hold on? Yeah, I don't. Stages here will really test your skills. Do I need to do this for anything? This seems really extra, to be quite honest here. I think for the sake of this just continuing on, I think I may just kind of skip this if it's not completely needed. I know that kind of goes, you know, beyond what I've been doing for the rest of all these games in the series, but at this point I'm kind of like really invested in the story, kind of moving forward. So I don't know if I'll do a bonus video showcasing all this, or it's just something, you know, hey, at my own time I'll do. Same thing with the daily puzzles. Like, I may showcase some of them, but obviously not all of them. It might be the same thing for here. I mean, I definitely have my fill for the toy robot things. So, and considering there's apparently pages of this, considering we have the arrows, we're assuming there's at least 10. But yeah, I think we're good for that. So let's head back into the suite here. Now, apparently there is another hint coin here. I guess you had to have solved the puzzle they gave you. Now it's there. Okay. Let's take a look at the painting here. Oh! Actual progression.
Professor, there's a book hidden behind this picture frame.
I see. So the place surrounded by green and pleasing to the eye is a green picture frame in this guest room.
Why didn't he just come out and say that? Let's see if this is another children's story.
One day, a young boy found a wild dog in the woods near his village. The dog was hurt, so the boy took him in. As the dog healed, he grew to trust the boy. The two grew up together and became very close with one another. One day, the boy packed up his belongings so that he could fulfill his dream of becoming a scholar. The dog was sad to see the boy go. The boy grew into a fine young man and became a famous scholar. When he returned, he was eager to show his family and his dog what he had made of himself. But when he arrived, he saw that his house was empty. The boy, now all grown up, saw an old man pass by and asked him what had happened. The old man said the family who lived there in the house had been chased out years ago by a wild dog, and that's when the boy realized. He had been betrayed by the one he trusted the most. He now had no home and no family to return to. With grief weighing heavy upon his heart, he disappeared into the woods, never to be seen again. This is a crappy-ass children's story. I mean, you couldn't take the dog with you? They don't have dorms over there? Now, obviously, I know that's not how it works, but come on.
Well, that was a sad story.
Yes. Clearly another allegory, but I'm not sure what it means.
So that last part must be designed to lead us to another room, right?
Yes, it seems that there's a wilderness theme here with a dog and the repeated images of the woods. Monte, are there any rooms here with a lot of plants or foliage in them? Actually, yes. Please follow me.
Good call, Professor.
Oh, in a conservatory. Yeah, that'll definitely fit the bill.
There's certainly are a lot of plants in here. That one has flowers blooming, that one's bearing fruit.
This conservatory is a pride of our hotel. Careful monitoring and maintenance of the soil and air allows us to grow plants from all 4 seasons in one room here. What amazing technology. I see there are animals here as well. What? How did that bird get in here?
Professor, that bird is sitting on a book.
The bird appears to be guarding it. We'll need to approach it very carefully.
Let me talk to him.
What bird are they even talking about? We know there's a collection item. Yeah, there he is. Just shoo him away. But before we do so, we got hint coins, including this plant right here in the middle. And then somewhere is it a branch? There it is. Nope. Here we are. Probably right underneath that branch. And then the tree here to the top right. And then this palm tree right in the middle. And we check this shrub over here to the left. Another collection item, the teardrop bud. Alright, is that everything? I think it's all the collectibles here, so let's get this bird out of here.
This will be my first attempt at talking to a bird, but here goes. Caw, squawk, caw, caw. Anything, Luke? He said he's not moving till he gets his favorite fruit. Whatever the hell that is.
There are plenty of different kinds of fruits in here. Does that mean none of these are his favorite?
He didn't get that specific.
Why don't you ask him then?
Monte, do you have any fruitful insight?
Mr. Adora said one tree is quite sensitive, but will bear very rare, delicious fruit under the right conditions. Perhaps that's what the bird seeks.
So we have to wait around here until the conditions are just right for this tree to bear fruit? Really?
Well, although the tree weathers easily in the wrong environment, it will produce fruit instantly in perfect conditions. I would guess that the blackout altered the environment here. If we restore power, could we make this tree happy, so to speak? Oh, of course! There is a backup generator for use for this type of occasion. And you're just saying this now?
How could you forget something like that? How do you turn it on?
It's, yeah, so there's a switch somewhere in this room.
Monte, did you forget where it is?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm just remembering gradually. Oh, I'm gonna use that from now on. I didn't forget. I'm just remembering it gradually. My apologies. It's okay, Monte. We can help you look for it. Alright. Switch. Well, let's keep looking around.
Found it! It's in this weird-looking flower.
Oh, I'm so glad you found it. Silly me.
Really? I think sticking your hand in that flower is going to require some bravery. Well, let's get brave and flip the switch.
Okay. Where the hell would put a switch in a flower? Did that get the water? Oh, there we go.
Look! The canal just filled up with water! There's a new piece of fruit up there. Well, that bird doesn't seem to be moving.
You know, the rind on the fruit looks pretty tough. Maybe we crack it open, the bird might be a little more interested in it.
Maybe it will crack if we knock it down from the tree.
Alright. Get out of there, fruit. I guess I did it.
We did it, Professor! Now's a chance to grab the book!
Yeah, that was a lot easier than I thought, but... Because, like... Who the hell would have thought... I mean, one, there's not, like, really too many places we could have been investigating, so... And the flower stuck out, but... Once again, who the hell will put a damn switch in there? Make no mistake, this was left for us by the masked gentleman.
What's written in this one?
Let's find out. Once there was a very poor man who lived in a lively town. The man had nothing, but he got by with the help of the townspeople. One day, the richest man in town took pity on him and bought the poor man a shop so that he could earn a living. The poor man ran a good business and his shop thrived. That's really nice. His shop became known far and wide and grew into the most successful shop in town. Even the shops of the rich man who helped him could not compare. No longer poor, the man decided to buy all the food in town so that he could make a great profit. Oh god, wait a minute. The trusting people sold him everything. The man then raised the price until no one could afford to buy any food. The man then sold the food to people in other towns. The man had become so blinded by money that he forgot the debt he owed to those in his hometown. The town he had called home, once prosperous, began to decline. The man's fortunes grew as the townspeople starved. He built a palace in town. It was the largest palace ever built, and his wealth continued to grow each day. The townspeople had no choice but to leave their homes, and in time, the man was left alone in his empty kingdom. There, his vast loneliness, as open as the sea, swallowed him whole. Is this like an allegory for capitalism? No, just... It is sad because that doesn't really sound like a far-fetched story. You know? You'll get people say like, oh, I built myself up, you know, I had no help. And it's like, I don't necessarily think that's possible. Like, you're gonna get some type of help in some capacity, whether it be direct, indirect, you know, the opportunities given to build. And a lot of people do good with it, and then others, yeah, not so much. Well, that story was
horrible. These are children's stories? What is it Master Johnson been trying to tell us here?
the town's suffering in the face of prosperity. A man growing ever richer and forgetting the great debt he owes. An emptiness.
What do you think, Professor?
A vast, wide open emptiness. That's it! I believe this is the key here. Monte, what's the largest open space inside the hotel? The grand hall in the upper level, of course. Can you take us there, quickly? Okay, let's go to the grand hall.
It's here. I know it is. Enter. You still haven't found it, you incompetent fool. The mask is inside the hotel.
Sir, please accept my apologies.
Oh well, as long as you're sorry, I suppose everything is fine. Get the mask.
We will find it, sir.
The Garden of Healing. The City of Harmony. We have 2 of the 3. Which is just another way of saying we have nothing, isn't it?
Can we just unpack that a little bit before we move forward here? Wow. I don't think I'm super surprised about Bloom. Because anytime a new character is introduced, and they were never made a reference to in any of the older games, I get a little wary of them. The fact that Bloom was just introduced here, never heard of him before, I'm like, okay, I'll keep my eye on you. And quite frankly, with that even being said and done, I do still get a little worried about Grosky and even Emmy. Because in no way, shape, or form at least to my knowledge, were they ever made a reference to in the original trilogy. And even the beginning and very end of Eternal Diva, we didn't see Emmy. That's very possible she could just moved on to greener pastures, whatever, but still. Now, with that also being said and done, we gotta wonder who the hell was Bloom talking to. Because that does not look like anybody we've seen before. Granted, they were kind of hidden, but like their hair and even their voice I'm a little iffy on. But what really made me like, wait a minute, was that we have 2 out of the 3. The Garden of Healing. There's going to be spoilers here for Last Spectre and Eternal Diva. Was the Garden of Healing is the hidden garden that everybody was looking for in Last Spectre, and the one that Descalé was really trying to find. Now, and what this whole thing about the City of Harmony, finally, because I've people told me like, hey, you play Eternal or watch Eternal Diva because it is canon and there's references to it. I've been playing this entire game. I'm like, I'm not really sure if I needed to know exactly what's in Eternal Diva to know what's happening here, but no, that was huge. That City of Harmony is the ruins of Ambrosia, which once again, I think I just solved something here. I was like, once again, that Descalé was very desperately trying to find. Is that Descalé, then? The guy that Bloom was speaking to? I can't tell from the voice, maybe. Now, if that is the case, then I guess that kind of confirms his fate, per se, what happened in Eternal Diva, because he hasn't made an appearance yet in this game. Officially, I guess. And you know, if you guys watch Eternal Diva, you know what happened to him. So it's like, is he ever coming back? Well, okay. That I'm very intrigued now. A grand hall goes all the way to the top of the Reunion Inn. I wonder what it looks like when you look down from up there. I think we should investigate the area. Something here does look a bit suspicious. Oh, a new episode, Bloom's Deception. Go ahead and take a look into that. The highly reputed inspector from Scotland Yard appears at first glance to be working on the case, but his true royalties lie elsewhere. Chief Sheffield, I think we solved the mystery behind that petrification case. What? Well, then out with it! The perpetrator must have used a horse cart to drop the stone statues in the middle of the crowd. What? But eyewitnesses reports mentions nothing but a cart? Because the masked gentleman hid the cart inside a giant clown balloon. If you allow me to investigate the scene of the crime, I believe we'll find tracks that correspond to such a cart. Very well. Be sure you report whatever you find right back to me, Bloom. Yes, of course. Sheffield is lacking in mental capacity, but he's a brilliant motivator. This may prove problematic, but of more concern to me is the man hired but misses the door. We won't be able to manipulate him as easily as Sheffield and Grosky. I need to be a bit more subtle. I should probably bring this Brodnev's attention as well. Who? Oh. Okay, so you were the guy. So we're just introduced to a guy right here, so I guess you're not Descalé? Bloom, I hope you have good news. I have news. However, I fear its value will not be deemed as good. Bloom, you have the most odd way of putting things. Please, what is it? Professor Layton is now involved in the investigation. He was brought to town by request from Angela Lador. Really? So Layton has finally turned up. Well, Brodnev apparently knows Layton. How should we deal with him, sir? Let him be. Neither him nor Descalé poses a threat to him. Oh, it's not Descalay. It's just a freaking brand-ass new character. Okay. They might even prove to be useful to us. They will fall into our hands eventually. Just focus on your mission, Bloom. Understood, sir. I will not fail you. I am so confused right now, but so intrigued. Okay. Let's take a look at, this new collection item, the Teardrop Bud. This drooping flower resembles a teardrop on the verge of falling. Just 2 more items. Alright, let's also grab a bunch of hit coins. We got one. Actually, we were right on it. There we are. Then on the bottom left here on the table. And then to the left of this plant. There we go. So that's 3 there. And then on the top right, one of these pillars has it. Oh, there we are. And then, I think... yeah, that seems to be all of it. Okay. Let's take a look at this chair here on the right for a puzzle. Professor, there was a book hidden inside that cushion. This one has a more elaborate cover than the others. What kind of story will this hold? Let's see. Huh? It won't open. It seems we were quick to judge this book's cover as well as, well, a cover. Let's take a closer look at this. Is it locked? We can open locks. Oh god. Jewels to the lock. This book is locked up tight by some mysterious contrivance. The trick is its opening lies in the 10 arrow-shaped jewels adorning the cover. But these jewels are arranged in a particular pattern, and rotating just 1 arrow will release the lock. Which jewel should you rotate in order to open the book? Is it a matter of, like, yeah, where each one is pointing? This shouldn't be too bad. Now, here's the thing. Are they all meant to interconnect? Or is something wrong with that top left one? Yeah, I think I just inadvertently solved it because it's like, okay, let's just connect them, and lo and behold, no matter what you do, it just kind of goes off from the top left. Alright, I just want to make sure. I'm like, did I make the selection? I heard a noise, and I was like, I didn't really see anything change. It lights up a little bit. But I'm assuming, yeah, we want to rotate it so that it connects back to all of it, and then we have, like, a loop going.
Just a dash of puzzle solving here.
Alright, that one was very easy.
That was a challenge, to be sure.
No, it wasn't, Layton. Shut up. Correct! You need to rotate the top left arrow so that it's pointing to the right. Each jewel is placed so that the arrow is pointing to one other jewel. If you trace a route from one arrow, you'll eventually end up back where you started. Yeah, no, that was very easy to have very late in the game, but okay. Very good. Now we can read it. What does it say? I'll get another depressing-ass story, I'm sure. There was once a kind-hearted princess in a kingdom in the valley. This princess was so beautiful that suitors camped outside the castle for months to gain an audience with her. And then one day, the princess saw a young knight pass by her window. The princess fell in love with him at first sight, and they were married. The knight was named King, and the princess named Queen. One day, the king and his ministers set out for the mountains to slay a dragon that threatened the kingdom. The princess waited for her king to return, She waited and waited, but only the minister returned with news that her king had died. The minister did everything he could to comfort the princess in her grief. He comforted her night and day. This is definitely sounding like Randall and Angela and Henry at this point. After many moons, because they said that, well, no, they said the minister. Well, are we the minister? We'll see. No, well, hold on. After many moons of grief, the minister's kindness and patience finally reached the princess's heart. The princess's feelings for the minister blossomed into love, and she married him in a lavish royal wedding. It seemed that here the audience sat, rapt with attention, eager to bear witness to the final miracle of love. Miracle? Final miracle? No one knew the minister actually tricked the king into searching for the dragon, and then trapped him in the cave. The minister now had the princess, the crown, and the country. But then... Yeah, I think we all know where this is going, right? The masked gentleman must feel betrayed by someone he trusted, perhaps one who stole his love. While he was trapped inside a cave. I can understand why someone would be upset about that kind of thing, but what does that have to do with Monte? The audience sat, rapt with attention, bear witness to the final miracle. Morty, does there happen to be a stage or a presentation area somewhere in the hotel? A theater, a conference room, perhaps? Something to that effect? Well, we don't have a proper theater, but we do have a small auditorium that we use as a screening room on occasion.
That must be the place. Let's go.
I'm getting worried here. Like, I think we all know where this is leading, and I'm a little, The auditorium's rarely used these days.
Do you think the master gentleman is in here somewhere, Professor?
I have no doubt he intended to lead us here. I don't want to... I'm so tempted to do a cliffhanger here, but, I can't. Alright. A couple more hint coins, including up here on the chandelier or the light fixtures. The bottom of the stage here. And on top of the door to the left. There's another hint coin to the right door. Same positioning on top of it. You can also check the bottom of this bookcase here for our penultimate collection item, the last jigsaw piece. I hope to God I didn't miss a collection item. Hold on. I don't like the idea it's called the last jigsaw piece. Oh God, I hope to God I didn't miss whatever the hell that is next to the shovel. The lone jigsaw piece. Never realized a piece is missing until the end. Please tell me I didn't miss it. Please. Alright. And now we can do another puzzle by looking at the seats. There's a puzzle hidden here. Oh, I guess it's not like a... Yeah, I assumed it was like an actual puzzle related to the story, but I guess not. Stealth Night. 5 police officers have been tasked with the security of a 64-seat theater. Each officer can see all the seats directly in front of him, behind him, to his left and right, and at 45-degree diagonals. Okay. The seating arrangement shown above would let the 5 officers cover a whole theater. However, all but the 4th row of seats have already been booked. So they have to be on the 4th row. With one officer already sitting in 4A, which one officer already with one officer already sitting in 4A, where should the others sit to convert a whole theater? Well, hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, this showcase, we don't need to worry about, every single spot or column in row 4. It's going to be covered irregardless, no matter which officer sat there. The problem here is it's more so the diagonals. Because right now I'm trying to think, like, okay, like, it would make, I think, at a first glance, it's like, okay, just put, if you can, put them in each column so that they can cover all the rows vertically, but obviously it's not going to work. So now I'm trying to think, is there a way that we can cover each spot diagonally? I'm doing that because I think we really want somebody in those to cover the corners, like 1A and even 1A and 1H. Same thing with A8 and H8. So I'm an idiot. I just realized, I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, why the hell is the row the row not already filled in? I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not even in the right spot. So it's, he would be, yeah, he'd be on D. Or hold on. I don't know why I'm doing all this. Hold on a minute, guys. I'll get this. I just want this to be a little clean. Guess there's no point to go over the black line there to the right, so that's good. Now let's go ahead and get H. So we'll definitely have somebody on E as well. And just like that, we have the entirety of row or column B filled in, right? So that means if we take a look at column C, the very top one, C1, still needs to be filled in. Meaning that 4F definitely needs to be filled in. Actually, I don't think B was entirely filled in there. I just noticed that B8 wasn't going to work, but now we got it. So, A's good. B is good. It's C8. I think still needs to be worked on, but let's check what else here. Obviously, D, E, and F are now fully covered. We have C8, G8. Along with H3 and 5. Yeah, it's just 4G. That should be it.
How about this? Puzzles are made to be solved.
Not a hard puzzle at all. Obviously, just needing to take your time. And I'm sure you didn't even need to take that time. I just wanted to be absolutely certain, but there we go. Correct. This arrangement will cover the whole theater. Now the show can go on safely. In safety, I should say. That was rather difficult. No, it wasn't. That's coming from me. Really quick, hold on. I just want to make sure I have everything so far. So, I have the right amount of picarettes. I have... What is going... Is that Layton juggling? Okay. Well, now, wait. Do I have all the hint coins now? Maybe I thought there was 300. Maybe there's only 250. Oh, so I think we found all the hint coins. Alright. I really would end it here, guys, but I think we're super close to a chapter end, so let's keep going. I'm just kind of worried at where this is going to go, per se. Is there anything behind the movie screen? Does it retract? Professor, look! It seems like we're just in time for the show. But then... the king awoke, trapped under a pile of rubble. The minister to whom he had entrusted his life was gone. The king used every last ounce of his strength to clear away the rocks and made his way back to the surface. And when he finally escaped... he saw the minister living happily with the princess's husband and wife. Oh God, Randall. I don't blame him. That's it? That's the end of the story? Not the happiest ending I've ever seen. What do you think, Luke? I mean, have you... Luke? Professor, where's Luke? Welcome, ladies and germs, parasites of all ages, to my little theater of revenge. Luke! Might I interest you in a young British lad? I have one left, so you have to act fast. Unhand him at once, you fiend! Professor, help! Fiend? For shame, Professor. I tried my best to create entertainment for your amusement, and this is my reward? Boo on you. Layton, I know that your road has been paved with regrets of that tear at one's heart. I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. Who are you? Layton, listen. To all you guys watching this, we all know what's going on, right? I don't know if the game or the writers didn't think we would come to this conclusion. I think the writing's been on the wall for the longest time. I think it's more so a question of why. Or maybe even a little bit of how, but let's see. Who are you? For tonight's dark miracle, my revenge will rise to its dramatic climax as Monte sinks into the earth below. and it's your destiny to suffer the same fate, Layton. This is a price you shall pay for abandoning those closest to you. Actually, you've earned yourself one special experience of suffering tonight. Leave Luke out of this. He's just a boy.
Let me go!
Just a boy indeed. Toodles, my good man.
Professor, we have to go after them.
Let's go. I couldn't take him seriously if he says Toodles.
Hang on!
9, 10, 11, 12. Just how deep do you want to delve? I hope you've enjoyed this look into my world, Layton. I've left you one final puzzle, so that you may save your little friend. It looks as if he's in quite a predicament. And so high up. Oh my. Is it true, Layton? I've heard you have a history of letting your friends down.
Oh, we'll just make a puzzle out of this. Grand Hall Rescue. The masked gentleman has fled, leaving Luke hanging in midair. Help Layton slide his way down the ropes drawn across the hall and save him. There are only a few places where he can jump from rope to rope. Use the panel on the right of the touchscreen to view the whole hall and hurry to Luke's rescue. So use magnifying glass to up and move it up and down on the touchscreen to look at the whole hall from top to bottom. Touch Rescue Luke to start Layton's descent. When passing any point from A to P, touch Drop Down to make Layton drop from the rope he's onto to the one below. Okay. Okay, this is going to be kind of a weird one. I think the best way to kind of go about this is working from Luke to Layton. How the hell is that candelabra going to work? But, okay. So, the thing is, he's on the rope labeled P. That doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to go on to P. I think what needs to happen... The memo's not really going to help here. Okay. What I'm trying to get at here is, like, he probably needs to drop from L to get to line or rope P. Now, to get to L... I guess you can say he has to drop from... I don't know if we can necessarily say I, because I feel then you're going to go on O. J could be it. I was also kind of thinking about K, but what I'm worried about K is it might actually go onto that rope, not L's rope, but to the left of L, where, like, N is connecting to, I guess. So... I guess it'll be L and J so far. And to get the J... I mean, which is kind of the same thing as F. You can get the F to the right and goes back up. Oh, so he can just normally go, like Layton could go from A, B, C, jump down from C, keep going down until it gets to F, and then drop down from J to L. Okay, I think we got it. I'll just wait until we get to L. I mean J, I should say. And there you go. That's kind of fun.
You keep me in suspense. There is no puzzle without a solution.
We did it. Thank goodness Luke is safe.
Bravo, Layton. You risked your life and saved your friend.
Yes, well, as a friend once told me. No risk, no glory.
Well, I suppose I won't be needing this anymore.
It pains me to see you like this, Randall.
Randall?
But how? Well, isn't this quite the reunion? Now, my revenge is at hand. Master Randall? Is that really you? It is. Unfortunately for you, I have returned to take back everything you stole from me. The Azran treasure, my family fortune, and my Angela. Henry, you will know the pain I have felt all these years.
Randall, no! It's not like that!
Master Randall, please! You've got it all wrong. Let me explain. Oh, I would love to, but unfortunately, I'm not interested in your explanations.
You could at least tell us where you've been all these years.
Well, all right. Why not? What good is an untold tale? I first explored the ruins of Akbadai nearly 18 years ago. I was only a few steps from unlocking its secrets before I fell victim to one of its many cunning traps. I fell into a deep ravine where I could have died, but as fate would have it, an underground river broke my fall. The current washed me onto the banks of a remote village. The villagers nursed me back to health. I made a full recovery, but I could not tell the villagers anything about myself. My mind was a blank. You had amnesia? I worked in the village while I tried to recover my memory. Months went by. Years went by. And eventually I gave up on trying to unearth my old life. Then one day, I received a letter. I know all about your past, it read. I know who took everything from you. And I know how to get it all back. The letter recounted my life in great detail. And it said that the one who had betrayed me was a man named Henry. When I read that name, it was as though someone had turned a key in my mind. Everything came flooding back. I remembered all that I had, and all that had been taken from me. But the letter didn't end there. I have a plan to take revenge on those who have wronged you. You need only to don the garb of the masked gentleman, and they shall cower before you. So it was decided. I would have my revenge by taking back what was mine. And the letters continued, each one advising me on how to execute my plan as the masked gentleman. As each phase of my plan fell into place, I felt myself returning with it. The masked gentleman brought me back.
The letters! Professor, do you think...
I fear the worst, Luke.
This closes my tale of woe. However, we still have a few tears to shed. Henry, you shall bear witness as I ruin you, just as you ruined me. Master Randall, wait!
Wow. Okay. There it is. Finally revealed that the masked gentleman is indeed Randall. Now, once again, I think any one of us watching this and has been leading up to this moment probably knew for a long time that it must be Randall. It's more so like, okay, well, how? And why is he doing all this? That was my main thing. I'm like, so like, I'm not going to say like, oh my God, I'm completely surprised. And I'm not going to say like, oh, I was disappointed at this reveal. No, it's more so like, okay, it's cool that it is finally confirmed for us. And I think I even mentioned, I'm like, well, wait a minute. Like, when he fell, it was all that water. So in my head, I'm like, isn't there water down there? Now, it's still going to hurt like hell. You know, you drop into water from God knows how many, feet high. It's going to be just as if you're hitting ground. So it's like, but the whole idea that the body was never found, and things like that, it's like, well, I think that kind of tells you right there that he might still be around. Now, the whole aspect on who is sending him these letters, that's a huge thing. But the idea that Henry and Angela, like, no, wait, let us explain. Are they not married? Or is this all like a farce? Like, I'm a little bit confused about that. Let's see. Either way, Randall used the myth behind the Mask of Chaos to convince everyone of his power. This was a key element in his plan to take revenge on Henry by destroying Monte. The Mask of Chaos proved to be a valuable part of Randall's deception. The match announcement was revealed to be the long-missing Randall. Believing that Henry betrayed him, he set out to ruin Monte with his malevolent, dark miracles. Randall assumed the role of the masked villain and engineered this entire masquerade just to get back at Henry. Oh, and the whole thing that he had amnesia? I'm like, oh, are we playing freaking Ace Attorney now? And with that, ladies and gentlemen, is a perfect spot to call this. We will be going into Chapter 8, which I believe is going to be the final chapter of the game, in the sense that we've gotten... I think we got all the hint coins. We're missing one collection item. I hope to God I didn't miss it somewhere, but we'll see. And I think there's literally one last puzzle to go. Like one or two. And that's it, I think. And then we can call it. So... Oh, we do have episodes like we haven't gotten. Although I think what happened in Last Spectre was a bunch of them just showed up at the very end of the game. So I have a feeling that's probably what's going to happen next time. I don't know for certain if the next episode will be the finale. I guess it just kind of depends on, what's going on here. But, yeah, there's that. And really quick, I just want to take a look, about what, like that, the last collection item. I haven't missed it. So that's a good thing. It's random as to why, okay. Never mind. It's fine. It's fine. Well, But yeah, I guess we will finish all this out. Maybe in the next episode. Maybe not, but we're getting there, folks. I can't... But the idea that the Bloom working for this guy named Bosnov, like, what the hell? And it's not Descalay. So I don't know where... They're just adding these villains left and right, but okay. So, as usual, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time for maybe the finale of Let's Play Professor Layton and the Miracle Mask. Love you all so much, and don't forget to spread that love around. Have a great day, everybody.